Red-shouldered hawks are known for their distinctive red-colored shoulders and are native to North America. They typically build their nests in forested areas near water sources such as swamps, rivers, or ponds. Here's some information about red-shouldered hawk nesting. Nest location: red-shouldered hawks usually construct their nests in the forks of large trees, particularly deciduous trees like oak, pine, and cypress. They prefer to build their nests in areas with dense foliage, providing them with cover and protection. Nest structure: the hawks build large nests made of sticks, twigs, and branches. They often line the inside of the nest with softer materials such as leaves, moss, bark, and sometimes feathers. Over time, these nests can become quite large, measuring up to 2 to 3 feet across. Nesting behavior: red-shouldered hawks are monogamous and generally mate for life. The male and female work together to build the nest, with the male often bringing materials while the female arranges them. They may reuse and repair the same nest each year. Eggs and incubation: the female red-shouldered hawk typically lays 2 to 4 eggs in the nest. The eggs are usually whitish with brown or reddish markings. Incubation lasts for about 28 to 35 days, and during this time, both parents take turns sitting on the eggs. Nestling period: after hatching, the nestlings remain in the nest for around 6 to 7 weeks. Both parents share the responsibilities of feeding and caring for the chicks during this time. The young hawks grow rapidly and develop their flight feathers before leaving the nest. Fledging and independence: once the young hawks are fully feathered and capable of flight, they leave the nest, a process known as fledging. After fledging, the juveniles continue to be dependent on their parents for food and guidance for several weeks until they can hunt and fend for themselves. The red-shouldered hawk is a bird of prey that primarily feeds on small mammals, birds, reptiles, and amphibians. Here are some examples of the food commonly consumed by red-shouldered hawks. Small mammals: they feed on rodents like mice, voles, rats, squirrels, chipmunks, and rabbits. These make up a significant portion of their diet. Birds: red-shouldered hawks may prey on smaller birds such as sparrows, thrushes, doves, and other songbirds. They can also hunt larger birds like pigeons and ducks. Reptiles: they consume reptiles such as snakes, lizards, and occasionally turtles. Amphibians: red-shouldered hawks feed on frogs, toads, and salamanders. Invertebrates: they may eat large insects, including grasshoppers, crickets, and beetles. It's important to note that the specific diet of a red-shouldered hawk can vary depending on factors such as habitat, seasonal availability of prey, and individual hunting preferences. They are adaptable hunters and will take advantage of any suitable food source within their range. The term red-shouldered hawk migration typically refers to the seasonal movement of red-shouldered hawks from their breeding grounds to their wintering grounds and back. Red-shouldered hawks are medium-sized birds of prey found in North America, primarily in the eastern and western regions. Migration patterns can vary among red-shouldered hawks depending on their specific population and geographic location. However, in general, red-shouldered hawks are considered partially migratory, meaning that some individuals migrate while others remain in their breeding areas year-round. The migration of red-shouldered hawks usually takes place during the fall and spring seasons. During the fall, some populations of red-shouldered hawks will migrate southward to warmer regions, while others may simply disperse to nearby areas in search of food. The migration distance can vary, with some hawks traveling only a few hundred miles and others undertaking longer journeys of several thousand miles. In the spring, the hawks that migrated southward will return to their breeding grounds. The timing and route of migration can be influenced by factors such as food availability, weather conditions, and genetic programming. During migration, red-shouldered hawks typically utilize thermals to assist their flight and conserve energy. They rely on their excellent vision and hunting skills to locate prey along the way, feeding opportunistically during stopovers. It's important to note that migration patterns can vary among individuals and populations. Some red-shouldered hawks may not migrate at all, especially if they have access to suitable food sources throughout the year. Others may migrate only partially or irregularly. The specifics of red-shouldered hawk migration can be influenced by various factors, including regional climate, habitat availability, and the hawk's individual circumstances. It's important to note that red-shouldered hawks, like all birds of prey, are protected by various laws and regulations. It is generally advised to observe nesting hawks from a distance to avoid disturbing or stressing them.